Dun, 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 dun. Hello and welcome to Garblag Games. So we're playing a one-shot of Star Wars. Flight of the Jedi is what it's called. And joining me are four Star Wars enthusiasts of varying degrees, from lunatic fanatic to depraved fanatic. And I'll let you work out which is which. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Roger. I'm playing Tama Tepeni, the Mandalorian soldier.
Hi all, I'm Dan and I'm playing Vavo Kido. Sorry, it's going to be really hard to pronounce names
It's
tonight.
like Jason Momoa, except Vovoa.
Vovoa.
Oh, Vovoa. Oh, now you've said that, I can probably do that. So I'm Vovoa Kido. Not nearly as cool as Jason Momoa, sadly to say. I am a Zabrak noble. Better at talking than fighting, I imagine.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm playing Odin Giel, a human scoundrel.
And I'm Pete, and I'm playing Ankak Deal, the Rhodian scout.
Can you do the squeaky beepy noise that Rhodians do?
That's a wonder.
Nah.
That's not bad.
Do that the whole show, shall I?
No.
Why are we playing Star Wars tonight, Ben?
I wonder what possible reason could there be? Because it's May the 4th. I imagine there are a few other channels that might have thought of this tonight as well. So hopefully we'll get in before some of those. And we've got our true loyalists sat there in chat already waiting for us. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. I'm in the hot seat twice tonight because I'm also producing in the background. So if I suddenly freak out, it's because something looks like it's gone twitchy on the stream and I'm not very good at this. So bear with me. However, to set the scene, it's Star Wars, scrolling window thing, yellow writing. It is a dark time for the Republic. Order 66 was declared 2 days previously. We are on Coruscant, and the characters are all people indebted to Bail Organa for whatever reason. And he's called in that marker because he's managed to smuggle a young Jedi out of the temple before it fell. A teen, and she is Ebis Phono, a Twi'lek Jedi apprentice on the cusp of knighthood, right on the very edge of qualifying. She's literally ready to build her lightsaber and take the tests. And then Order 66 has happened, and we all know how that went. So the players have been called to meet with Senator Organa in a seedy bar in one of the lower levels of Coruscant, where you wouldn't normally expect to find classy politicians, but Bail Organa can be a bit of a shifty one from time to time.
So I think Odin Giel would have arrived as early as possible so he could scout out the interior of the bar just to make sure that he isn't being set up after all of Coruscant lost its mind 2 days ago.
So you're in Trollio's bar, which is, I say lower level, it's lower level for what most people would consider to be Coruscant, but it really isn't lower levels as far as you're concerned, Aaron. It's quite low down, but still around cloud height. So Trollio's bar, you've been there before a few times. It's where you've had a few of your meetings with the Senator in the past. It's somewhere that he's had you scout out, so you know the area quite well. Scum and lowlives, but not the worst in the world, are based here. This is where rich scum go.
Does anybody seem out of place?
Everybody seems a little on edge, more than anything else. Heightened security on world and increased patrols. Rumour has it that an entire legion of the Emperor's finest clone troop, not the Emperor, he's not the Emperor yet, is he? Of the Chancellor's clone troops.
No, he is.
Oh, no, he has. He rebranded.
Just been declared.
Yeah, he just declared Emperor.
He
Yeah.
declares
The
himself
Grand
Emperor. Yeah.
Empire!
The Emperor's finest clone legion, the 401st, have been completely recalled to Coruscant to help restore order on planet after the Jedi insurrection. So people are a little bit jumpy and antsy, and everybody's looking over their shoulder and checking who comes in.
I think I'll be trying to, as well, scope, but keep myself a little bit away from the others. So I'm kind of someone else in the bar having a drink on my own, but keeping an eye on what's going on. Sort of
it's
after
a bar
Odin,
in
so we
Star
don't
Wars,
arrive
so
together.
naturally there's quite loud music being played on some kind of clangy bell drum synth instrument. That's 5 seconds, isn't it?
Yep.
So you've got a mix of patrons, the cream of the crop of the scum and villainy of Coruscant, sat around in this mid-class drinking establishment, which also doubles as a bit of a smuggler's front and occasionally a place where things can be acquired that shouldn't necessarily be acquired. And Aaron, you scope the place first and you see the senator in your usual meeting spot, which is a booth near the back, close to the exit through the kitchens.
So I glance at his direction, try to make eye contact with him and see if he's nodding me over or if he's nodding me off.
Okay, he tips you a nod sideways, so rather than indicate that you should come over, it's like keep looking around for a little while.
Right. Odin will then I move over to the side of the bar where I can kind of keep a view on most of the bar. Now, do I know the Rhodian in the bar who I've clocked is also scoping the area
You
out?
may recognise him from having been in here before, not as an acquaintance or a friend or a colleague or anything, but you'll have seen him about. Pete, what's your character known for? What's he best at?
He's an explorer, charts out different worlds, finds things. That's what he does. He's a finder and a survivor, bit of a scavenger.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he finds things for people.
Yeah.
So not the most criminal in here, but someone who's prepared to work with and for them for the right price.
Just taking a little blue drink off the top of a droid that goes past.
Pete, can you make a perception check?
I sure can. Woohoo! I'm not very good at this. Any modifiers?
No modifiers. Oh, so 14. That's not too shabby. Much the same as what Aaron was able to pick up. People are on edge.
Okay.
You thought you saw the senator in one corner nod to someone, but you can't quite see who it might have been.
Okay. I'm gonna play it cool for a while and have a drink because I've turned up in town and the shit's going down. So I'm kind of.
So you've got your mysterious blue drink and you're chilling at the bar when
blue milk.
in walks. Nobody's going to volunteer.
Yeah, I'll walk.
Hey, there you go. A figure quite distinct because Rog.
Okay, so although wearing a kind of, beige poncho to try and cover up, to look a bit less inconspicuous given the on Coruscant, someone wearing clearly underneath that blue Mandalorian armor with the helmet on, with a couple of blasters at the hip and a bit of a bump in the poncho at the back.
All the tact and subtlety of a brick through a shopkeeper's window. What you would notice...
Roger or his character?
Yes.
Yes. What you would both notice, Aaron and Pete, is that as the Mandalorian comes in, a lot of the more shifty members of the clientele kind of hunker down a little bit and a few hands come up over foreheads just in case he's scoping out bounties or anything.
I immediately glance in the senator's direction once I see the Mandalorian come in to see how he reacts to this. Because if it looks like he's coming for the senator, I'm going to get the hell out of the bar.
Yeah, so as I walk in, I will be, panning my head side to side looking for the senator because he's called me here.
Yeah, you get a comm in your helmet unit saying booth at the back near the kitchen.
I'll basically walk straight towards the senator.
He is definitely edging on towards the senator, but the senator doesn't appear to be too fazed by it. He's seen him coming.
So I'm looking right at the senator, and if he doesn't give me some nod that everything is okay, I'm out the door. I kind of let him know that I'm going. He's like, okay, all right. Odin sits back and keeps an eye on things.
I've got to watch this Mandalorian. Normally, when a Mandalorian turns up, it means something's about to happen. So, kind of like, okay, this could be a good show.
The Mandalorian's holding a thermal detonator.
A thermal detonator!
No, I literally just walk straight to the booth and just sit down opposite Senator Organa.
So he's got a hood up and a cloak on, but it's clearly of quite decent make. Drink?
May as well before we can get down to business. So take off the helmet, set it down next to him.
Yeah, this is the way.
Oh, this is the May.
Yeah, droid comes over with a little tray of drinks balanced on its head.
Take a drink. A glass of blue milk.
I couldn't drink the blue milk after having seen The Last Jedi. No,
Fresh.
I'm out.
Fresh.
Everything looks like blue milk in Star Wars.
That's true.
This is clearly
So you
blue
take a
milk
drink.
beer.
Everybody kind of breathes out a little bit when you take your helmet off. And the volume picks back up as conversation starts up again. They've obviously bought into the propaganda as well.
You wanted to see me, Senator?
Yeah, I have a job that needs doing. I have a package that needs delivering off-world. Sensitive. I'm putting together a small crew, and I would like you to be on it.
This will make us even.
This clears everything.
Very well. Where's the rest?
Well, here comes one of them right now. And into the bar walks the least subtle Zabrak you've ever seen.
So in walks Kido, and he had to be fashionably late. He actually was standing outside watching the Mandalorian go in, and he was like, "Okay, I think I've been checking the time. Yeah, I'm at least like whatever the time measurement is in Coruscant, that many bits late.
Fixed time units.
Yeah, fixed time. I'm that fixed many time units late." And he walks in, and he's like dashing, properly dashing. He's got like this lovely like cape with like gold filigree in the corner on the edges, and he's resting his hand on a busker hilt that just looks so ornate that it wouldn't ever be used. It just looks pretty, and he's just standing there in the middle of the bar, surveying the bar like he owns the place. And
Have you got your droid with you?
Oh, of course, my R3 unit's there. He's gone to the bar to get me a drink. I just told him. It's a really expensive R3 unit. Go to the bar, get me a drink. He comes back with a nondescript blue milk, and then I tell him to go and announce to Bail Organa that I'm here, because I won't go do it myself.
So yeah, this guy stood in the door looking for all the world like some kind of stripper pirate. And his astromech is sort of wheeling around the bar doing little jobs for him and heads over to you in the corner.
Yeah, my hand will immediately drop to my blaster pistol.
The senator just kind of beckons you over and looks at you two as well as he beckons over.
I finish my drink off and
Space pirate Hornhead.
and calmly walk over.
I shuffle him next to the Mandalorian, like that, like kind of like.
You're perched on the end of the Mandalorian, just doesn't move.
So Odin walks over, and he's a fairly nondescript looking human. In fact, you'd pass over him in a crowd and never look twice. He's got short, brownish hair, muddy gray eyes, thin, in very nice clothes, but they're very subdued and subtle clothes. And he walks over and stands at the table and looks around, and then slowly takes a seat with facing the door.
Looks like the kind of guy that might try to sell you death sticks.
Senator, why did you bring your accountant?
There are no accountants here. Everybody here has a purpose. Everybody here has skills. I have a package that I need delivered off-world. I would like you to take the package and transport it through the lower levels round to a cargo hauler. There's a Togruta pilot by the name of Plixie's Hauer leaving from one of the less common cargo haulage places, the sort of place where usually it's a delivery site for metal scrap coming down to the furnaces in the lower levels. But I'd like you to get this package delivered to there on the ship and off-world.
So,
What's the
Senator,
package?
are you asking us to go off-world with the package, or just to get the package to the hauler?
Get the package
if you
to
want
the
me to
hauler.
leave, okay.
Get the package
mean-
to the hauler. You may want to go off-world for a little while until things cool down, and you're welcome to take the ship and go too when you get there. It's going to be unpleasant around here for a while. The
So,
Senate
what do we-
collectively lost its mind last week.
Well, you're a politician, so I mean that's the territory, right? I mean, bloody hell, you people,
This is
you've
different.
ruined my
This
whole
is new.
planet.
This is...
It's going to make business tough.
One
that's
set
for
of
sure.
politicians is the same as another.
Yeah, we hope so. But I feel that it may not be that way. I'll be leaving myself soon, but I need to leave big and obvious. Head back to Alderaan.
All right, Senator, I owe you. So, what is the package?
I'm going to need you to go to a storefront. When you get there, you need to talk to Pregio.
Prugio.
Yeah, he's a Doug,
Oh, great.
and he could be a bit temperamental.
Goes with the territory.
Yeah, but he's honest and loyal, and he's keeping an eye on the cargo for me.
Are we going to need any special loaders or any
how big is
environmental
it?
controls for this package? I mean, if we got to move it down
Pump
through
truck?
the lower levels.
No. It's capable of independent movement.
What is it, a droid?
Droid.
No. It's something that's going to be in very short supply after the events of the last few days.
Your evasiveness is making me very nervous, Senator.
Well, you've all
I
seen
owe
the
you,
burning
but-
buildings. You know there
Oh,
are
yeah.
people that need to get off-world. This cargo is related to that.
My eyes will narrow as he kind of clicks into place what he's asking.
Opinions aside, this is a job. I need you to do it.
It's a dangerous job.
It is a
So-
dangerous job, but you owe me.
It's
So we're going to become enemies of this empire now. So is there some extra credits in it? I mean, I know this is going to clear my slate with you, obviously, but
there's a
little
bigger
extra
slate
credits.
that he's going to get a mark against.
This does clear all of your slates, and it's not unreasonable to suggest that perhaps an additional reward may be in order. You get this done, you get off-world, you meet me on Alderaan.
Sure.
10,000
I al-
each.
Hey, I always liked Alderaan. I'll be happy to see you on Alderaan for 10,000 credits.
With all due respect, Bao, I'm only here because you got a dirty little secret on me. And once that's cleared and you've got deleted that, I'd be happy to see the back of you and Alderaan.
And that's fair. I don't mind that. You're cool. You may want to head back to your home world anyway.
I don't know. Once this place quiets back down, there's going to be, some room for some manoeuvring.
You may find that the more humanocentric government less inclined to be favourable towards you.
Like I said, you politicians have totally destroyed my planet. But, like I said, Alderaan sounds good. I'm ready.
Well, let's not sit around here all day. Let's get the job done. And he necks the rest of his drink and, presses some buttons on his wrist, and his R3 unit starts walking out towards the door.
Before we go there, though, Senator Organa, what kind of resistance should we expect? How known is it that this package is still viable?
At present, it is not known.
All right.
This package is very low-key at this time. There will be forces looking for it. But
Well, I guess we better get it off
currently
planet.
know that it exists. As long as we can keep it that way, everything is fine.
You know me. I am the heart of discretion.
Look, all you have to do is get it from Pregio's to Gruta in the cargo ship, and we're square.
Let's get this done.
Sounds simple.
Helmet on.
As he puts his helmet on, I get up and kind of flail my cape so it kind of whacks into his helmet. Let's go then.
Look at the
Odin.
senator. I'll be like, you have interesting friends, and follow after them.
Life in politics will do that to you.
Odin looks over his shoulder. He's like, you can call me Gil or Odin.
Mandalorian
So-
just kind of looks at you.
All right. I'll call you Mandalorian then. That works for me.
And I just
I'm
walk out the
Ankak.
door.
Pleasure to meet you, Ankik.
Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah, I was just being pleasant. I really don't give a damn if I ever see any of you again. Let's just get the job done and get the hell off this planet.
Kido's already left the bar. So
Yeah.
he's outside.
So outside, you're looking out over the city. You're on a large gantry. There's a little railing there to stop people from falling over.
Tell it's Republic era.
But there's also a little taxi rank nearby.
I'm going to start heading in the direction of the place, but taking less well-travelled routes.
Odin just kind of slinks into the crowd and slowly makes his way there, trying to keep everybody in his line of sight, but not looking like he's moving with any of them.
So are you
Kido,
kind of spreading out a little bit
I-
in the crowd rather than clustering together?
Yes.
Vavoa has definitely got in his very fancy vehicle and is having his R3 unit drive him to the location.
I'm with Vovoa.
Did I give
I'm
you
just going to casually sit in the back.
This is more of a posh cabs kind of situation rather than a your fancy vehicle situation.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah,
Odin isn't really that trusting of public transport at the moment in the last couple of days, so he's to make his way as much as he can on foot and using public lifts and the like.
Okay, so you're heading to a place called the Lowdown Market.
I'm assuming it's on a lower level.
It is on a lower level than where you currently are. You're starting to head into the poorer areas of Coruscant below the cloud cover, where it's almost always dark and murky. Pregio is a droid recovery specialist in that he fixes up damaged or irreparable droids, often with bits of other droids, for resale. And as a Doug merchant, he has a reputation Yes, Millie, the Jedi were all eliminated 2 days before the start of the game. Or were they?
So I imagine we've probably got there first. And we're just waiting for these two to show up.
You say that. I've got a quick route.
That's true. He can just jump off of buildings.
That might be quite conspicuous if you do that.
No, there's lots of ways down. I can literally just hop down and get on the right level quite quickly, which is exactly what I'm doing.
So you meet up a little while later in the down low market, which is crowded, it's hot, it's sweaty. There are food vendors. Rather than being your sort of traditional Star Warsy looking market, this place, because it's on the very industrial world of Coruscant, the stalls are covered in corrugated metal, propped up with old pylons and stuff like that. You've still got all of the usual wares up for sale. So you've got things being cooked on grills made from old vents. You've got reconditioned jewellery made from old bits of plastic and metal and droids. And people buying and selling what fruits and fungi they've been able to get their hands on, either growing it themselves in little plots or smuggling it on and off world. So you have a range of different vendors and stuff, but it's very easy to work out which one is Pregio's shop, because there are piles of droid parts and dirty, dusty, damaged droids all sat, laying, slumped, or in pieces in piles outside the shop. There are a couple of droids, older models, sort of shambling around, picking up bits of droids, maybe shaking them once in a while, taking bits inside, and inside you can see some arc welding appears to be happening. There are sparks coming out through one of the windows, and you hear some loud swearing in Doug, and a bit of metal comes flying out of the window, plinks into one of the droids, which kind of just like takes a hit to the side of the head.
So Odin sees this, looks around, walks in. He's like, Master Pregio, I presume?
There's a Doug currently berating an employee in a little pit, like a repair pit, where they appear to be attaching a protocol droid's arm to an old reconditioned medical droid. Whatever they're trying to do to this thing, it looks like a horrible Frankenstein droid creation.
I clear my throat and then say again, Master Pregio, I have some urgent business with you, if you please.
The Doug turns around and looks at the four of you, looks you up and down, looks at the Mando, says something in Doug. Need jump into water. And then lumbers over on his leg arms, with his arm legs held out in front of him. He's got a little slate in one hand and a power tool in the other. You're in the market for a droid?
Not exactly. We're couriers that Senator Organa sent.
You are the couriers. The couriers for the package. Good. I wish to get it out of my shop.
I'm not surprised. We're here to make sure the package gets to the delivery point.
Yes, excellent. Great. So there is simply the matter of the handling fee, and you will be on your way with your cargo.
I believe that the senator has taken care of any of your fees already, because if he hadn't, he would have given us the credits to give you.
Can you make a persuasion check, Aaron?
Give it my
or a
best
deception
shot.
check, whichever you prefer.
There might be a different kind of one in a minute if he's not careful.
They're the same. Any modifiers?
No modifiers.
29.
Ouch. Yes, of course. The senator has covered your fee. Yes, naturally, of course. I'm just messing with you. Yes, please, just take the cargo and get out of my shop. Go to the back way. It is in the storeroom.
I'll just walk
I
through
give you
as soon as he says that.
some droid parts to cover it up, maybe.
Well, let's see the condition of the package first, and then we'll see if we need any kind of camouflage. I look over at the Mandalorian. I'm like,
Oh, I've
I'll
already
leave that
gone.
up to you. Okay.
When-
Yeah, the
when-
Mandalorian's
when he
just
said
gone
it's out the back,
stomping
I
out
just
back
went.
already. Thunk, thunk,
like-
thunk. Are you
Sorry.
going in there with your guns out or your guns away?
No, I'm just walking in.
Okay, so you walk in, and there are a couple of street urchins in here scrubbing and polishing droid parts with small wire brushes. One of them sees you come in and jumps up and runs around behind some boxes.
I just kind of, pan my vision around the room and look for the package.
Okay, so Aaron, you're the next one through the door. The Mando's in there surveying this room full of wage slave children, scrubbing droid parts and cleaning old grease traps.
I look around, see if I notice anything out of the ordinary.
Nothing particularly unusual, no. It appears to be sort of low-paid, cheap child labour.
I'm looking for the clean one because I've guessed what the package is,
No sign of anybody that clean in here.
or with a particular style of haircut.
It's a Twi'lek. They don't have hair.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I've seen Jedi. I know what they're.
So as
They
you
have
move
the
around the room,
things.
behind one of the boxes, you can see the kid who ran away peeping at you from round behind a box.
Is the kid a Twi'lek?
No, the kid is not a Twi'lek. They are a human. That took a lot of thought, didn't it?
Where's the Twi'lek?
Are you a bad man?
The senator sent us.
You know a senator? Wow. And he darts behind the boxes and says something really quickly. And a slight figure in a long brown cloak comes round the corner. Slender, slightly shorter than any of you, even a little bit shorter than the Rhodian. You can just about make out the lower part of her face underneath her hood. And she has two little face tattoos running down either side of her lips. And it looks almost human from a distance. She's very pale beige skin. And she pulls her hood back, and as she does, her leku appear from on her head. And there is a teenage Twi'lek girl stood there, very serious in face, quite big dark eyes, looking at you with no apparent fear.
You must be who the senator sent for. We're here to get you to the transport.
Well, I got to tell you, you can't go in those robes. We need to get you some coveralls or something. Wearing that right now is a death sentence.
That's why I've been hiding, she says
So,
quietly.
I'll just kind of look at the human. Do you want to go get us something?
give me a few minutes. I'll find something around here. And I head out of the shop and look for some place where I might be able to barter, buy, or steal some coveralls, something simple.
Yeah, there's
like
loads of that sort of thing around here. Cheap clothes that are made to be sturdy and durable. So, depending on what you want, you've got quick and dirty, but you've also got sturdier stuff.
I want sturdy but nondescript, baggy,
Like a sturdy jumpsuit type thing.
Right. Like something you'd see a mechanic wearing.
Okay, so
Those kind of coveralls.
you managed to rustle up a mechanic's coverall and a poncho in a kind of striped pattern.
So I take it in and I go, here, put this on. and we'll get out of here.
So she takes the cloak off, and as she does, you notice that she has 2 lightsabers.
It just goes like this.
One is wrapped up on her back, and the other one is being worn at her hip.
Make sure you cover those.
Yeah, do not pull those up. I don't care what happens. Do not pull out one of your fancy laser swords, or we are all dead.
I have to take this off-world. It's important. The wrap.
Take it.
I'm sure
That's
it is,
fine,
but
but-
keep it hidden.
Yeah.
You could put it inside R3. Isn't that right, R3?
It's not leaving my hands.
Now, I'll tell you now. If any of these guards see those on you, you're on your own.
I understand.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Bale is not paying us enough to go down with the Jedi. We'll get you off world, but don't do anything stupid.
I'm not trained for stupid.
Well,
What's
yeah.
your name? What's your name, girl?
I don't want to know your name. Don't tell me your name. I don't want to hear this. And he walks away. Odin's like, I don't want to know anything about you.
Ebisfono.
Okay, from now you'll be Sebi.
Sebi.
You don't want to go using the previous name.
It feels wrong to be lying and hiding, but I understand it's necessary.
You'll be on some kind of Republic list. Or Emperor.
I know. So few people manage to make it out. It's important. The senator explained I have to get off-world.
Well, you know, if the Jedi are going to go around trying to kill, senators and chancellors...
That's a lie!
What? I'm just saying. That's
She
what the news is.
gets quite emotional.
I'll just kind of
So
look at you both.
Odin,
This is not the time. Let's
Odin
go.
hears that, walks back, and he's like, let's all keep our shit wired tight, okay? No more of this bantering back and forth. I tell you what, all I know is that it was Jedi that took out Dooku and his separatists above this very planet, and I don't trust Palpatine. He's a politician. So
He's
That
more than a
being said-
politician.
He is the emperor now. He's not a politician,
I'm not an imperial citizen.
Yeah,
Just an
that's
entrepreneur.
not all he is. As long as we can get out of here and...
So, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm with the Mandalorian. Let's get the hell out of here.
I
Okay,
turn
so
around
she
to R3
takes
and
off
I'm
her
like,
Jedi cloak and she rolls it all up and stuffs it in a little pack and pulls on the coveralls over the top of her sort of clearly Jedi clothes as well. But pulls the coveralls over the top, zips it up, and then puts the poncho over the top of that. And she hangs the smaller lightsaber down under the poncho.
Remember, I don't care what happens. Don't pull that out. Do you have a blaster or a knife that you can use instead?
I don't. Do you have
If we need to.
a stick or something?
A stick. No.
look, she doesn't need to do any fighting. We got a Mandalorian, and we got some guns. And let's face it, if that situation happens, well, she's done and buried anyway. So let's hope we don't get to that point. And then, he turns around, he picks up some dirt off the floor and just starts wiping it all over her face. And I was like, they're going to be looking for a beige Twi'lek.
Freud grease.
Yeah, she's literally now covered in gory trees and dirt and muck all over her face. I'm like, nah, you look like one of the urchins that lives around it. Oh my god, my hands are filthy. I wiped them on her poncho. Oh, God almighty. God, I hate the lower city. Oh, yeah. Oh, something else.
Turn to her
I've
and
never been
I
down
pull
here
out
before.
my
Do you know where we're
combat knife
going?
and give her to her. Yeah, we'll get you where we're going. Just stay close and keep your head down and don't do anything stupid. We'll get you off world.
Not trained for stupid.
And I turn to my R3 unit and I'm like, right, so this cape is a bit much. I mean, us walking around with an urchin card, it's going to look obvious. R3, can you unpack my walking cape, please? And like, this little sort of thing opens up on the R3 unit, and I take off my one and fold it up, and it still looks very nice, but it's not got the gold linings on it and all things like that. It's just, a fancy.
Kind of like when Lando switches to sort of the understated blue.
Yeah, exactly like that. Just think, Zabrak Lando.
Yeah, I just walk out the back of the shop and have a look around, looking for.
So the back of the shop there is an alleyway, kind of a false alleyway because you're nowhere down near the bottom yet. So there's a place where the buildings are connected, and you've got this sort of false alleyway created by the connection between the buildings. Huge industrial pipes reaching up into the sky. You've got a fuel barrel fire down one end, and a couple of guys sort of stood around it, sort of warming their hands. Not many people out back here. You see Space Rat run by some garbage.
At that, Favoa freaks out a bit. Ah! Points to the blaster. That was horrible. Oh, bloody hate the Undercity.
Let's get going.
Oh, Favoa's got a lovely gun. It's very pretty.
Oh yeah, it almost looks like antique, almost antique, like hand pistol you would find in like
it's rocking that kind of dueling pistol.
Yeah,
Georgian
exactly that, like that
kind
wood,
of style.
that wood. Yeah, it looks stunning, absolutely beautiful. Again, more for look than function. Everything about this guy is all about that look. Doesn't have to be functional.
Looks at Vavo and he's like, I have no idea what the senator doing this mission for, but God, I hope it comes up point. And he just walks away.
Yeah,
you need someone talking to. I'm your man. Zabrak.
Okay, so Aaron, can you please make a gather information or survival roll?
I can. I will go with gather information. I'm assuming modifiers?
Yeah, no modifiers. Basically what we're looking for here is kind of route finding. Oh, wow, it rolled both of them. That's clever.
So a 19 on gather
19
information.
on gather information. So looking around, you think you've got a rough idea whereabouts you are. You would guess that it probably makes sense to go a little bit lower into the Undercity, where you are less likely to encounter Imperial entanglements, but where you will run the risk of more criminal elements.
So I briefly confer with Vavoa and the Mandalorian. I'm like, I guess the best route. We take her lower in the city. We're less likely to run across any of these Imperial forces. I mean, we may have to deal with some criminals, but I mean, you're a Mandalorian, so.
Rather fight criminals than clones.
All right, so let's take her down. Let's take her down into the bowels and move through that way.
Okay, so the nearest way down is stairs, sadly. Lots of stairs. Big metal gantry stairway leading down and down and down from the end of this alleyway down to an even lower layer. You're starting to be able to see the sort of orangey haze down below you now in the lower cloud level. The upper cloud level is way up above you. It's in that sort of perpetual twilight that the middle part of the lower city seems to have. It's never bright and airy down here. That's reserved for the upper part of the city, up above that cloud cover. Down here, it's this sort of near dark feeling all the time. It's always slightly oppressive, slightly creepy. The smell has a hint of ozone about it, but also garbage and waste that has been disposed of, sometimes not in the best way. And you're sort of, you can hear your
very
footfalls.
close to the Jedi.
Yeah, you can hear your footfalls on the stairs, and they're loud and oppressive and annoying. You're keenly aware of it, Rog, as Tama, because metal shoes. make clanky sound.
And I'm moving. I'm moving ahead of them, trying to stay, 10 feet or so in front of them, scanning the area, trying to make sure that if anybody is coming up the stairs towards us, we've got plenty of time to react to it.
What you do find, a couple of floors down, is as you come to the end of the stairs, there is a group of rather unsurprising looking youths, lean, hungry. They've got that sort of shark-like look in their eyes. This is gang territory that you're entering. You kind of get the feeling that they're probably not going to be favourably disposed towards a bunch of random strangers walking into their territory.
Hello, lads. Good to see that you've got this stairwell locked down. We're just going to be passing through. Me and my Mandalorian pal up there.
A couple of them have gone for knives, and then you say Mandalorian pal, and they kind of look up, and coming out of the steam and the smoke is the clanking blue armoured figure of Tama, and many of them seem to think better of pulling their knives on you.
Yeah,
Kind
I
of
thought
back
that was
up
probably
away.
the best. You keep tight on these stairs, and we'll be by in a minute.
Yo, you be careful. This is low shark territory.
I'm always careful.
You
and
might
I hand
have
over
a Mando, but he ain't nothing against a sniper.
I do know that, and I appreciate the concern. And I hand over a few credits. No, I don't know if Republic credits will be worth a damn thing at the moment, but I hand them over and I go,
The credits will do fine. Hey, thanks, man. You know, for that much again, we didn't see you.
I hand it over. I go, you know what? Here you go. This is a shit place to be right now. So take care of your own.
Let's go, boys. We can get some drinks with this. And the gang sort of slopes off, doing that walk that teenage boys do that think they makes them look cool.
I look back up at Tamara and I go, they were nothing, but they are right. There's some nastier folk down here. Keep your head on a swivel.
Yes, we should keep our eyes out.
So you've reached a lower level again. You're about 5 or 6 floors below the shop that you started at now. And you've very much entered gang territory. This is not where the markets are. This is where the poorest of the poor make homes however they can. There is little shantytown lean-tos up against the walls. You can see people's feet sticking out of tiny little, barely dwellings. You've got human-sized creatures living in places the size of Yoda's hut, only made out of old scrap metal. Dan, you've never seen such poverty and filth.
I'm disgusted by it. I'm disgusted by the people as well. How dare they even sully my presence with this filth and disgust? Basically, my little R3 unit's behind me, like every now and again, like spraying, like, almost like fresh air into my zone, just to make me feel a little bit better, because this is just so gross, and I just can't. The sooner we get this done, the better.
A filthy, grimy little urchin girl comes up to you with huge eyes, and she holds out her hand to you, and her bottom lip quivers ever so slightly.
Oh God, get away, get away, away with you, away with you. Bloody poor people.
And she runs away, crying.
Odin just shakes his head. He's like, Vavoa, you are a true work of art.
That's right, I am. I am of the noblest of lines, and I will not be troubled. Personally, I would have rather gone back up to the upper city and gone over the top, but you know.
Sorry for my absence. Can I slip the kid a ration pack on the way past, like a protein bar or something?
Yeah, absolutely. Dan, can you make a reflex save, please?
Oh no. someone about to throw something at me, because if someone throws something at my nice, even my walking one, they will get shot. Reflex save. There's no button for it. How do I do it?
Oh no, I'm rolling against your reflex save. That's what the problem is. What is your reflex save?
17.
Yeah. As she turns around to run away, she tries to grab at your belt pouch, but it's firmly affixed.
Oh no, she did not just try to rob me. My hand goes to my holster.
Leave the kid alone.
Do not pull that.
I just keep walking with Jedi in tow.
You should be careful who you try to steal from, little one.
I hate to tell you this, Vivoa, but they outnumber us about 1,000 to 1 in this block. And if you shoot that kid, you're going to be dead before you take 10 steps. And
we won't do anything about it.
Yeah, well, that's fine,
We'll
because I'll shoot you first.
You're a sweetheart. You really are. And Odon just walks on. He's like,
I'm going to
So you slip the kid a ration pack, Pete, and
usher her away a little bit. Yeah. And then walk off looking at him like, you idiot.
And as you do that, there's a puff of fresh air from the R3 unit that's in front of me. Almost like cleaning my way and just keeping it all nice and fresh.
Someone's going to steal that R3 in a minute. It's just going to be like a little magnetic grappling hook that comes down from an upper level.
Maybe.
awesome.
Coruscant Jawas. Anyway, yeah.
Flyby jowering. So you've got a nice little river of effluent running along the side of the street that you're on now. So that fresh air is actually coming in kind of handy for all of you.
I've got a helmet on, I'm alright.
Yeah, you're used to the smell of effluent. You're wearing a helmet all the damn time.
Recycled air, I'll have you know. It's all good.
Actually, you've got quite a decent helmet package. So
no, it's stale.
It's just a bit stale.
See, no one wants to admit my R3 unit giving us fresh air. Everyone's loving it right now. They just don't want to admit it.
He's like,
I genuinely don't notice it.
I like your R3 unit. If you die, I promise I'll take care of it.
If I die, it self-destructs.
Well, that's too bad for it then.
Asshole.
The R3 unit beeps something in binary. I don't think anybody except Dan speaks binary, though.
I do speak binary.
Oh, okay. It says I'm not self-destructing.
I turn, look down, and give it the thumbs up. I'm like, don't worry. We're not nearly as big of assholes as your current master.
I crouch down next to it and pull my gun out a little bit and go, you will self-destruct.
Of course, Master, I will happily destroy myself and cast my body onto yours.
That's right. Protect
Have
my
people
corpse.
paused while this is all going on, or?
No, you've gone wandering off with the Jedi, and she kind of looks back at the rest of them having this weird conversation.
I've left them now. After they started talking about that, I'm like, no. Got a job to do.
Walk on.
While it's just the Jedi and I, I'm not sure why the Senator sent them with us.
I'm keeping my eyes on our back trail too, since I'm in the back of the group now.
And are there like higher points where people might be hiding? I'm going to be looking for the further away spotting points because I've got my rifle.
Make a perception check, Pete, as you do that.
I have acute senses as well, I think I get a re-roll on perception.
That gives you a perception re-roll if you don't like what you got.
Here we go.
Should I do one because I am?
You have a modifier of +2 on this.
Ooh.
Because as you're looking around, a shot
Do I have to
rings
type
out.
+2 or 2?
I think just 2.
Okay, let's give it a go. I got to use the acute senses re-roll there.
Wise decision. It's not like you're going to do worse.
That was actually the.
Oh my god!
Well, I actually rolled a 1 on that first one.
Yeah, and a 2
I'm going to use a force. I'm going to use a force point.
Okay. Yeah, force point.
Unless I've got a re-roll, but I don't think I have.
No, none of us have apart from Ben.
Another 3 points, so 11. There you go. It's better than 8.
Can I make a perception? Because I am looking for threats as we're kind of walking along.
You can do. I just remembered I have a. Oh my god! I just used my reroll. That's terrible.
I'd like to use my perception too, since I'm
For the
scouting.
love of God! So a shot rings out
22.
and strikes the ground between the Mandalorian, who's just got a reroll, and so has the Rhodian.
Thank you.
So a shot rings out and it strikes the ground between the Mandalorian and the Jedi.
Did I see where it came from on a 22?
Yes, Aaron and Roger, you both saw where it came from. Pete, you're looking for the angle, but you're looking in the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
You both see a very tiny figure right up at the top of the stairs, back down the way you just came. Sharadel just bought the R3 unit of reroll. That's going to come in handy at some point now.
We need the rest of its name. We need R3. What's the?
Oh, it's
so
R3DD.
Yeah, it's R3DD.
So do we recognize the figure?
You don't recognise the figure, but they're right up at the top of the stairs that you've come down. So they're about 4 or 5 floors away at an incredibly long range with a blaster rifle, and they just took a pot shot at you.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
move
not
out.
a problem.
Right.
Yeah, it is for me. So I grab the Jedi and I go deal with this Mando.
I know
And,
the poncho's coming off and jetpacks firing up.
Okay, let's make initiative rolls. So that's the top initiative.
I'm going to shoot him from here.
So at the top of your character sheet, you've got
Oh,
force points, base attack bonus, perception, and initiative. So roll your initiative dice.
12.12?
Oh, it's the one that does decimals.
28.16.
It puts your dex after
Yeah,
the
that's
number.
your dex after expressed as a decimal.
Oh, okay.
What is
28
going
then.
on?
So, holy cats, Roger, you're going
Rolling so
first.
bad.
I got a 25.
Oh, I tell a lie. No, you are still going first, Rog.
Okay. I have no idea how fast a jetpack will carry me. I know they're pretty quick in the films and TV series, but
Yeah, it's a few floors to go, but you fire up the jetpack and launch yourself
and
towards
pistols out.
this figure. So you won't be able to shoot at them this turn because of the range.
Sorry,
on
what
your
does
pistol.
improved initiative do? What's that supposed to do?
Oh, improved initiative is a feat.
But it improves your
That-
initiative.
Improves your
Yeah,
initiative.
but I'm
I
not
think
sure
it
it's
gives you
adding
plus
on.
4. I may not have applied it.
Yeah, it's not adding on. Never mind.
So your initiative is 4 higher than that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So if you look at the lower initiative, Pete, in the skills thing, add 4 in the misc section.
In the skills thing. Ah,
Sorry, I should have put that in.
no worries.
So Roger jetpacks his way up there. And Aaron.
So, recognizing that this guy's at far distance for a blaster pistol, Odin grabs a hold of the Jedi and tries to move her out of the line of sight of this guy. And then he puts her against a wall and he's facing out to see if anybody else is approaching from any other directions. That'll be his turn.
Okay. Ooh, decisions. To take a snapshot at Roger or to run away. Why not
Always shoot Roger.
both? Always shoot Roger.
Oh, sorry.
It's a
I'm not
running
running this
trend
game.
on the
I'm
channel.
not running this game.
Basic rules. Oh, for God's sake. I've even used up my reroll as well. So, yeah, the figure who appears to be wearing full face covering, dark grey, light to medium armour, and a cloak over them, and they've got a very long-range sniper rifle, takes a shot at you as you move towards them, which goes wide,
Jink to the side.
and then they turn to run. But because of the speed you're moving at, you might get to them. After Aaron, we've got Pete.
Can I shoot this person with my my blaster rifle?
You absolutely can shoot this person with your blaster rifle.
Okay. Where are we? Combat section. Blaster rifle. Here we go. Oh, hang on.
Wow.
Did he
That's
just
a
fall
lot of
down?
ones.
Oh, Pete.
Seriously, I looked down to write something down, and Pete was gone. He's like, it's like,
I think he just saw the roll and was like, you know what, I'm done.
out.
I'm out.
Ouch. I thought you'd fallen down behind your desk, Pete. I looked down to write something
Sorry.
down, and when I looked back
I had
up, you
someone
were gone.
banging on the door of the shed. Sorry. Oh, look at that rubbish. I can't roll for toffee tonight. What's
You
going
can't,
on?
but you do have a re-roll.
Do I? Okay, right, here we go. Come on, lucky reroll. Let's get
Yes,
this blaster
non-anomaly
rifle.
splashed out and went nuts on the re-rolls.
Yes, no, I remember now. Thank you, non-anomaly.
And
Here we
Millie's
go.
just
Come
bought
on.
one for Mace Windu, apparently.
A bit late for that, Millie.
Just a touch. Oh, 26 attack. 15
Ooh.
points of damage.
That does the job.
As the Mando flies off, I'm going to shout, "Give me a clear shot!" I don't want him.
And as he jinks to the right to avoid their shot, it opens up a window and you take a shot and you wing them. You see your blast hit them in the shoulder, even at this range. How much damage? Sorry? 15.
15.
Ouch. That's going to smart. Oh, that's going to smart a lot, actually. Better make a fortitude save. Oh, they make the fortitude save.
Boo.
But the likelihood is they're not going to be taking another shot anytime soon. So, last but by no means least then, the ever useful Dan.
So at the moment, he's down towards the ground with his hand on his thing going, "What do you mean you don't have any defense protocols? What am I paying for you to be around for? Stupid R3 unit." Boom. And that's his turn.
So you're using your R3 capital ship astromech droid as cover.
Yes. Also telling it off for not having any defense protocols whatsoever because it's an R3 unit, not a battle droid.
There we go. Asharadel and Non-Anomaly have decided that the droid will survive because they have enough groats between them to make it happen. So,
Nice.
Roger, it's back round to you.
Okay, again, full burn at the guy. Am I in range here?
You are in range now to snap off a couple of shots. Now,
Okay.
you have multi-weapon 2,
Yes, I do.
which means that you can... Dual weapon mastery 2, sorry. So you take a -2 penalty on attack rolls to each hand, and that's all.
Cool. Well, pew 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 pew.
So you can take 2 shots at -2.
Okay. Oof. I'm going to use the reroll someone very kindly gave me for that. Because a 1 is just embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
It's rough.
Uh, 16.
Okay, that doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
I'm going to use a force point.
No, but you've still got your second shot.
Oh, oh dear
Brilliant.
lord.
Right, so your
I'm-
first shot misses.
That's terrible. Okay, let's try that again. I'm hoping a
Ouch, that
27 will do it.
That does not miss at all. So your second shot, they jink out of the way of your first shot, not expecting a second one, and the second one takes them full blast right in the chest. And that was actually enough to finish them off. So they go down with a smoking hole in their chest.
With a classic Star Wars. Ah!
No, assassins go quietly.
Yeah, my blaster bolts are yellow.
So you land, I assume, next to the body.
Yep.
They're wearing a raggedy cloak to make them blend in the local area, but you can see straight away from their equipment that they are not local. They're using a scoped blaster rifle for a start.
Hello.
They're wearing good quality light armor and have a full helmet respirator package.
I'll remove the helmet respirator so I can see their face.
Okay, they are, or she is. Ooh, decisions. She's a Faline, kind of a semi-reptilian species.
Is there anything on her to identify her as? I'm assuming she's just a bounty hunter.
She's professional, so there's nothing that will identify her readily.
A driving license.
Oh,
Sorry,
so glad they
speeder
carry
license.
those.
Speeder license. Yeah.
But she's got a rifle, a vibroblade, enhanced targeting scope, a second holdout blaster, an encrypted comlink, a utility belt with a med pack on it.
Okay, I'll basically take the rifle, vibroblade, and utility belt, and fly back to the others after booting her off the stairwell. Well, the lower down they are, the less likely anyone is to give a damn.
Oh yeah, they're more likely to take all of their clothes and gear that's left.
Basically.
So you fly back down to the others.
Now, at least I can see why Balin asked you to join this crew. That was some nice shooting.
Thanks.
You too. Hey, you can get up from behind your droid now. I think it's over.
And the droid dropped something on the floor. I had to pick it up.
I'm going to kind of put the poncho back on that I dropped on the floor, walk over to the Jedi and hand them, or offer them, the vibroblade and the utility belt.
Yeah, I can use that. Thank you. So she clips on the utility belt and puts the vibroblade in it.
Suffice to say, this isn't exactly a secret anymore. So I think we need to rely on some speed to get her to the to the ship.
Nice. When we're kind of all grouped-ish together, I'll throw the rifle to the Rhodian. You seem to know what you're doing.
Is it better than my one?
It has an enhanced scope on it, so yes, it is slightly.
What does that do?
Is yours a blaster rifle or a blaster carbine?
It's a blaster rifle.
So the rifle's just as good as yours, but the enhanced scope makes it slightly better. With an enhanced scope, you can...
Going to be like better range or something, isn't it?
I think it gives you a bonus at range, yeah.
Ooh.
Come on, enhanced scope. Where would you be? We'll work on a +2 to ranged fire for now, because that's the easiest way to do it rather than faffing about.
Sure.
Oh, there we go. Enhanced low light scope. Standard targeting scope, and you can ignore concealment from darkness.
Okay, cool. That's good.
So reduces range by 1 category. So yeah, it'll make it easier to shoot things further away.
Cool.
And ignores darkness and cover from things that aren't solid.
Let's move.
Odin moves up again to the front and gets a little distance ahead of him and goes, I'll try to keep my eyes out. I'm more used to this area than I think probably the rest of you. So he starts basically scouting the path ahead of him.
I'm going to ask my R3 unit to start going. Woo, 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 woo.
So your R3 deploys its sensor package, which is decent actually. The R3s have one of the best sensor packages of all of the R droids.
Oh yeah.
Which is why they've got the clear plexiglass heads.
Yeah, I'm like, look out for danger. I don't want to be caught with my cape down again, all right?
It's reporting so many life signs in the area. It's giving you like a mini map with loads of life signs on it. Ported out to your pad.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm good. Isolate the ones with guns if you can. I don't know if you can do that.
They can't do that. They're
Ah.
not magic.
Why
Gonna
can't
say
you do
it-
that?
That's
It
what
would
Jedi
probably
do.
still be all of them.
No, most
This
of
part
it's
of
just
Coruscant,
shivs.
yeah.
Right, okay, so for a speedy journey, what we're going to do, I'm going to get Aaron to make a perception check, Pete to make a survival check, Dan to make a tactics check, and Rog to make an initiative check. So skills rather than anything else.
All right. I will actually use my knack to re-roll that.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Rog, you're on high alert.
I'm going to add a force.
That's
point.
better. 33.
Whew.
Bear in mind that 20 is bloody good. 33
I'm going to
is
use a force point as
astronomical.
well.
So mine is 17 in total.
So, yeah, you'll keep your
And so
eyes
is
open
mine.
for choke points. You're using your mini-map to suggest where you think there might be threats. Pete, you managed to keep the pace going, keep everybody moving quite quickly. And before long, you've made it even deeper into the bowels of Coruscant. You're now in proper danger territory.
So this is where things get sticky, everyone. Stay loose. We could run into trouble at any second. Down here.
Okay.
Even I don't come down here.
What is it you do exactly?
I'm a facilitator. I make sure that things get from point A to point B with as little fuss as possible, without actually usually dirtying my own hands. I'm not usually the person actually dealing with the package. I just make sure it happens.
No, that's someone like me.
Exactly.
So, you've been travelling for about another hour. Tight, cramped, hot, steamy, smelly confines of alleyways. Every alleyway looks more like all of the others. The advantage that you've got, Aaron, is that you kind of know your way around a little bit. You know how to find your way around cityscapes. Pete, you know how to find your way around in wildernesses, and even though this is in a city, it's still a wilderness. Dan, your tactical knowledge is coming in handy for avoiding trouble. Rog, by being on the swivel, as suggested, you're able to preempt some threats. So when people start looming out of alleyways, they kind of walk into the barrel of one of your pistols and often think better of it and back away. So you're making fairly quick progress. This would be your running montage through the lower streets and gullies of Coruscant. And finally, you find yourselves in almost a natural-seeming coliseum. Looks like it once was a water processing plant. You can see loads of pipes leading down into a central dip, but there's no water in there anymore. It's dried out for whatever reason. There is a lot of steam and a lot of clouds in the area around it, low sort of ground cloud. So it's knees down, hard to see what's going on. And it kind of boils down into this natural, unnatural, because it's a city, bowl that's appeared.
Are we able to skirt around the edges of it?
Yeah, absolutely. You start skirting around the edges of it.
I use my low light scope to keep an eye out.
Aha! As you pop a look through your low light scope, you catch a heat source moving inside the steam towards you at speed.
Yeah, can I also go on to heat vision?
And now it is quite hot down here because steam. But as you both switch over to heat vision, you get this really sketchy looking shape, big, moving towards you out of the steam.
Blasters out.
And then an
Is my R3
enormous
picking it up?
meaty hand punches its way up out of the steam with 4 huge clawed fingers and an opposable thumb, and slams into the ground, or slams towards you. Maybe it doesn't slam into the ground. Let's find out.
The size of a human hand, or is it
easily
a
4 or 5 times the size
a
of
Rancor
a human
hand?
Damn.
So, Pete, what's your reflex defense?
I'm not flat-footed, am I?
No, you're not
21.
flat-footed because you looked. Oh, for God's sake! I'm doing so badly on the dice rolls. So that's
Thank
8
goodness.
You have
plus
got
9.
2 re-rolls, Ben.
Have I got another reroll?
Yeah, someone else gave you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I used one.
People shouting for the
Okay.
Emperor.
Oh my!
Thank you, Roger.
In true Star Wars tradition, clearly the forces that be wish to aid the rebels. So yeah, this hand slams down into the ground next to you. If you want to make a life sciences roll, you could try and identify it.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
Please tell me this is something I can do. No.
16.
16.
Yes, this is
18.
So yeah, Dan, even you could get this. This is a Rancor. God knows what it's doing on Coruscant. Clearly, this has escaped from a menagerie.
What the hell is this doing down here?
This is some kind of feral Rancor that is prowling the lower city. No wonder nobody's tried to mug you in the last hour or so. You've clearly strayed into this thing's hunting ground, and it's not best pleased with you.
Well, damn.
For you,
TPK
Mando.
Or we riot. So yes, the hand, it's quite thin. It looks almost emaciated,
the
like
droid.
it's very, very hungry. And this hand slams down between Vovoa and Ankak.
And someone cacks himself.
Run.
I grab the Jedi and activate the jetpack. Bye.
I jump
I'm
onto
going to
the
look
arm.
up like,
Yeah, that
thanks,
was
Mando.
that was smart, but yeah, that sort of sucks for the rest of us.
Does my R3 have the little rocket boosters that R2D2 has?
Why, do you want to get on your R3 and try and fly away?
Yes.
No, he's dangling underneath it. Come on. It's not,
Is there like
it's not dignified.
is there something higher up, somewhere higher up I can put the Jedi down?
Yes, there are lots and lots of buildings all around, so you can kind of balance the Jedi on a ledge nearby.
Yeah, I'll put the Jedi on the ledge and kind of sweep back towards the others.
All right, let's
Is there
have
any
another
large door
initiative
mechanism that I could activate for it to collapse down on top of the Rancor's
Sadly,
head?
no, there is not a large
Can I
door
shoot it in the
mechanism.
hand?
You can shoot it in the hand. Let's roll initiative.
Sure.
You're not surprised.
24.
29.
29.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we're on the ball today.
Yeah.
No, I'm on an R3 unit.
Flying
so
to
I'm on
safety.
16, so I'm going last. Rancors go last, man. So first up is Roger with 29. Outrageous.
Okay, so again, I'm not getting within its swinging range because I'm not stupid, but just kind of flying above it, going and blasting away with my 2 blasters.
Pew, pew.
Let's hope. Do I get any bonuses for this thing being massive?
No, you don't, but its armor is lowered because of the fact that it's
Okay.
massive, so its reflex save is only 17.
Okay, 24 to hit. For
Yep, that
18
hits
damage.
reflex save and fortitude save. There's nothing this thing's doing to soak that up. Pew pew. 18. So you shoot it in the upper arm where it's slammed it down, just as its head is rearing up out of... Oh my word.
Oh,
Because you know what 18
That is
and
amazing.
48 makes, don't you?
It's not the number my brain immediately went to.
It's 66.
66.
It's automatically dead.
Dun, dun,
Not
dun.
automatically dead.
Was it a youngling?
It was not.
Oh.
He actually just shot the Jedi.
Master Skywalker. So yeah, you unleash both blasts into its shoulder, and you can see it tearing through muscle and sinew. It roars in pain. And would like to swing at someone, but it's not its go next. Dan, it's your go. You are not riding an R2 unit to safety.
What? I've seen it happen in Clone Wars.
It doesn't carry anything.
Oh, come on. I can make an acrobatics roll to fall into the Rancor pit.
Fine, I'll just blast it with my pistol.
It's good hunting.
So obviously I take several steps back to put basically the Rhodian and the human between me and the Rancor. But while I do that, I do shoot a shot off because, gotta look like I'm being involved. No. Beep, 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 beep,
You fire a warning shot
fumble.
over its head.
Just shooting up.
Do you ever do that thing?
you
where
just
get
shot the
two guns
Jedi.
and shoot them up in the air. Okay, next up we've got Pete.
I would like to shoot it. What? Can I see its face?
Yes, its head
Is it
has
out?
now
Okay,
reared
right.
up
I'll just-
out of the steam.
I will just shoot it. Okay. Where's the gun gone? There it is.
Pew pew. Oh. Now that
Going to
doesn't
use-
actually hit.
I'm gonna use a force point.
Ooh.
Nice.
17.
Does
17.
hit just.
Kill steal?
You wish. This is a Rancor, mate. Not a space sheep.
I will stand next to the human, level with the human as far as the Rancor is concerned, and fire at the thing.
Okay, Aaron. I'm
He's
sorry.
gonna run away.
I realise now that I gave you an ion pistol.
Oh yeah, I've got an ion pistol. So
That'll mess with this droid. Oh, well.
yeah, I've also got a holdout pistol, so that's what I'll have to use. So I quick draw my holdout pistol. I'm gonna look at this thing, look at the Rancor. I'm like, son of a bitch. A very,
Little
very,
wolf
very
of
quiet,
PPK.
little, very quiet poo poo, pew pew. And then
Don't worry, the Derringer's got this.
And he does 300 points of damage.
That might do it.
Come on, actually fire. There we go.
Pew.
22 to hit.
So you whip out this tiny little hold-out pistol and you fire a little shot, which does actually hit and cause it some pain.
And then I
Impressive.
use my move action to move well behind the Zabrak.
No, I was already further back. You can't go back further than me.
I think you find
I
it
go-
might be more maneuverable than you.
I go, that's what we call a leapfrog action, jackass.
Right. Well, sorry, Pete, but it's
That's fine.
sweeping that arm, and you're the closest available target at this
That's
point.
fine.
So it sweeps its arm and tries to grapple you.
I don't need a jetpack. I can take it.
Yeah. So 15. Yes, it's going to hit you. Ooh, that's
That looks like
hard.
it's enough. It needs a +6 to hit me on that.
Yeah, I'm
It's
guessing a
got plus
Rancor's
11.
probably got that.
So you take 22 points of damage.
I like the way you rolled a 2 and you're like 22. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I mean that's just as silly. At least it didn't bite you. And you are now grappled in its injured hand.
Oh, excellent.
So the Rancor rises up further out of the steam and the bowl, clutching at the Rhodian in its hand, in its horribly
Chuck
injured
me a thermal
arm.
detonator.
And that brings us to its second attack action. What am I thinking?
Bite my head off.
It's got another claw action, but it can't reach
It
anybody.
can bite me. That's fine. Star Wars
if it
one shot
bites,
with
it's,
a
if that's
rancor.
its one action. It's either got 2 claws or a bite.
Oh, okay. Well, claw the Zabrak then. That's fun.
I think we might take a swing at the Zabrak
No!
with its off arm. Oh yeah.
As long as it's not the R3 unit.
So take 21 points of damage.
I
Dan.
push the R3 unit in front of me as it comes towards me.
Oh, suddenly
Oh.
someone's not getting any rerolls.
You'd be in trouble on the Discord as well, mate.
That makes me want to do it even more because it would clearly be what my character would do, but I'm not gonna. Because
Make
I
an
imagine
acrobatics check if you're going to put the droid in between you and it.
don't worry, I can't.
Do it. Do it.
Okay.
You did it.
Have you got any rerolls left, Ben? You could make him re-roll it.
I haven't.
Oh,
So
The
as I
droid,
see
however,
Claw-
does. Yeah, but the droid doesn't get a reroll on an attack against it. It's an attack against his reflex save, and they suck at that. So yeah, it catches the droid instead of you. And there's a cracking, splintering sound from its glass dome.
Oh, no, the droid's got a reroll, hasn't it?
The droid has got
does,
a
but-
reroll, but you don't roll for your defense. It's attack against your defenses.
You have to force Dan to reroll his acrobatics roll.
he doesn't. Ben doesn't have a reroll.
I don't have a reroll. Only the droid does.
Oh,
Well,
It's not dead, guys. Don't worry. It's not done
chat
for
is
just
the
yet.
chat is sad, Dan.
I wasn't going to do it. You said you convinced me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Roger, you're up.
I will continue hovering away from outside of its swinging range and blasting away.
Effective.
Ooh,
That's not gonna do
not
it.
Good. Oh, I don't have any rerolls, so I'm just going to fire again.
That'll do it. This thing is starting to look decidedly the worse for wear now. Oh, I forgot it regenerates.
I love that.
hey Raj,
Oh, I
you just got to reroll.
Oh, can I reroll my missed attack?
Yeah, go on then.
Oh, letting him off there.
It's a one shot. It's heroic.
You should be glad I'm helping you. You're the one that's been
I don't
crap.
care if I get eaten. It's a one shot.
Another 17.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah. That's... okay. Yeah, it's definitely looking worse off now than it was a few minutes ago. As it comes up, you can see it's kind of greyish skin. It's covered in sort of sores and lesions, particularly around its wrists. There's some chafing and some scar tissue. This rancor is very much an ex-pet slave tool rancor. They're not native to this world, so someone around here has had one and it's gotten away. Be a bit more worried about who in the lower city keeps rancors than the rancor itself. Who's after you? Dan is.
Yeah. So
That's always good for a chuckle.
I mean, my little droid is now like probably doing that noise that R2 does when he gets like blasted at and whatnot. Yeah, and I kind of, for a moment, there's a pang of guilt, and he's going to try and take out. Is there an aim action in this game? I have no idea. He's going to try and take aim at like the hand. That's
Yeah, it
holding-
means you can't take a move action.
That's fine. He's not moving. He's going to try and blast the hand that is, or the arm that's holding his droid, which actually he realizes now has got his best cape inside. So he's got to save his cape. What's the modifier for taking aim?
You get +2.
Plus. So do I have to write his +2
You
in
don't
this
write
game?
the plus, no, you just write the
Okay.
2.
Just don't fumble.
Pew! Ah, no, the droid's dead. Oh, look
Look
at that!
at that! Blammo!
Nice.
Blammo! Shoot it in the arm. Let go of my droid! Pew! I need my
It
cape
does,
back.
it releases the droid. drops the droid because that's the arm that you shot. Who goes after you? I believe it's Pete.
I'm gonna be looking at the Zabrak like.
Do you have a fancy cape inside of you? No, you don't.
Have you asked
Can I
him?
shoot the Zabrak? Just shoot the droid. No, I'm gonna shoot the Rancor as I'm going towards its drippy mouth.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right in the face.
Can I aim at him because I can't move?
Yes. +2.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh no, that's a 13.
no, I rolled a 13.
rolled
I'm going to use a
13
force
to hit.
point.
Oh dear.
No, he just did it again.
Just did it. So as it reaches you up to put you into its
I
mouth,
close my eyes.
you
and
close
pull
your
the
eyes
trigger.
and fire up into its mouth. It looked like you were going to get bitten in half, but then when you resigned yourself to it and accepted your fate and took your last shot, the Force guided your blast and you shot it right in the brain.
Hey!
And it kind of puts you in its mouth and then slumps over to one side. So your top half is inside the mouth of a Rancor. But it's
Little
not
help.
able to bite down anymore.
Odin
It'll
walks
help.
over. Odin walks over and pulls Ankik up, and he's like, "Yeah, that was some good shooting. That was some good shooting. I was for sure that you were dead, without a doubt. You and the droid too.
Me-
But
You're now kind of covered
too.
in Rancor drool and a little bit of cerebrospinal fluid as well from where you shot it in the brain.
Can I
The
take a
s-
step closer to the Zabrak and
The
flick it all
smell
off? Like,
is the smell is unusually bad. And you
yeah, I'm
flick
gonna
it on the
get it all over
Zabrak.
Vovoa.
Yeah, I'm flying back to the Jedi.
Can I can't do a reflex save? Can I try and dodge it? So he kind of like then pulls his cape over him and it's just like, takes that cape off and is like, R3, give me my other cape. And he's like, whoop, 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 whoop. I'll buff you out. It's fine. Just give me.
The
Don't-
R3
don't-
unit is dented around the body. The plexiglass dome is cracked. The Jedi girl sees that the fight is over and sort of jumps down from the ledge that you put her on.
I
It's
was
only
going
3
back to it, but
stories.
all right.
Yeah.
right, Odin just moves off ahead. He's like, "I'll scout out. Hopefully, there's not any more Rancors hiding in the bowels of Coruscant." Shaking his head.
I'm going to go cut a tooth out.
Got Rancor tooth.
Quite pleased with that kill. Have a Rancor tooth.
Yeah, Rhodians dig that stuff.
I'm also going to pose on his arm that I shot with my pistol in the air and tell the R3 unit to take a glorious picture of me.
Can I flick a big glob of mucus at his face
No, you
as the
can't.
photo's
Stop
being
it.
taken?
Yeah, I've already gone with the Jedi. They're posing and dicking about.
Right, go on then, Pete. Make an attack roll against his reflex defense, and we'll see if you hit him with a glob of goo.
What's my
Just use a
basic
blaster
attack?
roll, but don't do the damage.
Okay, here we go.
No.
14.
No.
Damn.
So you try and like hock a big lump of Rancor snot in his direction, and it misses. And he's got a photo of him posing heroically on top of a Rancor. And then you catch up with the others.
I'm pretty sure you've got a
People
reroll,
know
by the way,
fake news when they see it. I'll go to leave.
So you catch up with the others as they continue to make their way through the lower streets. It's very hot. You're starting to perspire a bit now. Definitely getting a bit warm. Could everybody make a survival check for me?
Survival. Bloody hell.
23.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good so far, unless Dan really stuffs it up, which he doesn't. You all make your survival checks. Do you? Yes, you all make the survival checks. As you say, you know to stop, have a bit of water, maybe fold up excess clothing that's covering you. You're starting to see flame spurts in the distance, which probably suggests that you're heading towards the metalworks, the scrap
fire swamp?
reclamation area, the fire swamp. That's one of the 3 dangers of the fire swamp.
There's a popping sound preceding each of those.
Rancors of unusual size, I don't believe they exist. So yeah, you can see this metal reclamation station off in the distance, so you know you're heading in the right direction.
We've just got to keep going a little bit longer. We should have her to the ship soon.
Zabrak, your R3 pick up any transmissions?
Let me ask. R3, you picking anything up?
There's some tight band radio transmissions that are encoded happening in a semicircle up in front of you. 4 signals.
So there is apparently 4 signals ahead of us, and they're communicating in encrypted code. That's all I know.
Sounds like an ambush to me.
Oh, you just got given a reroll, Ben, under the caveat you can't use it against R3.
As if I would do that.
Are there sort of side corridors and passageways that we could kind of fan out
Funnily
slightly?
enough, you are heading towards very much a bottleneck that you will need to pass through. Your choices are to either pass through the bottleneck or divert around, which will cost you several hours.
I could try to stealth up there and see what we're facing. Cling to the shadows, see if I can get eyes on whatever's up there.
It's a one-shot. I'm allowed to railroad my players in a one-shot, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, let's turn around and go back the way we came then.
Odin, you go. I'll cover you, and I'll get the rifle out.
So Odin tries to stealth up and see. Well, we're going to find out.
All right, let's see what you can see.
What do your human eyes see?
Not much.
Okay, so you sneak up, and what you notice is that there is a small group of bounty hunters up ahead of you. Clartuinian, an Iktochi, a human, and
Sorry, I just banged my microphone.
Duros. And the 4 of them are communicating over tight bands. The Duros spots you.
Do I recognize that he spotted me?
Well, you do when he shoots at you.
Well, that's rude.
So you figure he's spotted you when he takes a snapshot at you with a pistol. To no avail, as it turns out, because my dice rolls have been for absolute shit. But I'm going to re-roll that.
Ooh.
That's a little bit more like it. So what's your reflex save?
19.
Okay, so he hits you.
My reflex save is 19.
Yeah, that's the base roll without any of the modifiers added.
Gotcha.
For 14 points of damage. He's got a big meaty pistol and he's like, poof.
All right.
He sees you and then he gives chase.
Well, I fire back as soon as he shoots at me, and then I fall back.
Okay.
So I quick draw my pistol and my ion pistol and fire. Well, I mean my hold-up pistol and fire at him, hoping that that they hear this going on. He's not at point blank range, I assume. He's further out.
No, he's at sort of medium range. Okay, yeah, you snap a shot off. And it pings off of his armor.
And then I turn and run back and say, "We've got incoming."
I'm there watching with the rifle.
So you catch in the
running
distance a glimpse of a Duros with a big old blaster pistol who gives chase for a short while.
Can I shoot him?
You can take a shot as Odan comes into range. Yeah, again, your shot snaps off of his armor.
We have incoming.
And then he falls back. You can see it through the scope. He falls back to where he was before.
Okay. No, he's holding formation. He's holding his formation.
I get back there. I'm like, well, he's a pretty good shot.
He's got...
I don't think there's any way around him. I think we're gonna have to go through him.
Why don't we send through R3 as a distraction? He can like create a mist.
They'll
A
just-
fire extinguisher. He'll create a mist.
They destroy your droid.
They're a dime a dozen, aren't they? So I didn't mean it, R3. You're very special, and I will fix you. So he can go through, and then you guys can go through and do your thing. You know,
He's your droid.
I'll stay here and protect the Jedi. And you know, it's all good.
Odin, where are they?
I describe how I saw them deployed up there.
Sebi
before I
says,
got-
maybe we shouldn't use the J word.
yeah, that's probably for the best. There.
Well, they're not here for a picnic, are they?
I know, but we don't need more than 4 people descending on us.
I've got a better idea. You could do one of those whoa tricks to him, right?
Yeah, one of them, maybe. Probably not all of them. Though the mind trick only works on the weak-willed. But
We don't
I
want her
could,
doing anything
but
like
I thought
that.
I wasn't supposed to be doing that kind of thing.
You're not. Don't listen to Vovoa. He is the weak-willed. Just stay back, and we'll get you through this.
Odin, you and me take that Duros. Mando, you take the other 3.
I think that's fair.
That sounds like a good plan. I can get on board with this plan.
Kind of shrug and jet off.
And then
So
I'm like, R3, go!
While we're setting our battle plan, I spend 1 force point to enact Fool's Luck, which gives me +1 to hit for the entire encounter.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, as you start beginning your advance, a vox crackles on like a loudspeaker vox. Send us the Rhodian, and the rest of you can walk out of here.
The Rhodian. Yeah. I look over at I go, what do they got against you?
Go, 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 go.
I'll just kind of land and what do you want with the Rhodian?
You're landing in the middle of them.
No, just next to one of them.
Okay,
The one that
can
was
you make
most
a stealth
isolated.
roll to see if you
Oh,
make it? I know it's going to be difficult with all your kit.
He accidentally lands on one of them.
Oh, look at
that's
that.
not bad.
You got a muffler on your jetpack.
The highest any of them got on their perception was 17. So you kind of drop out of the sky in all of this smoke and steam and mist, and you appear next to one of them. And, what do you want with the Rhodian? He kind of cacks himself.
I'll have my pistols out.
It's the Iktochi. The Iktochis are the ones with the 2 sort of head spikes that come down there.
Yeah.
And he's like, crap.
I won't say that over comm. I'll literally just say it to him.
No, he's still on comm. He's like, crap, I've got one here. Yeah, we only want the Rhodian. The rest of you can go. Stabby
Yeah,
Twilight.
if he says I've got, as soon as he starts saying I've got one, I'm gonna just shoot. Wrong answer.
Surely you got a flamethrower on that get up, haven't you?
I don't know.
Ah. because that's perfect flamethrower territory.
Unfortunately, we've been cultured to believe Mandalorians like the Swiss Army knife of soldiers. They've got everything on them. I actually had to modify Roger's stats because when I gave him armor and a jetpack, it went, no, it's too heavy for him to walk.
But Beskars must be lighter than other heavy armor.
Oh, it's Beskar, is it?
Well, Mandalorian armor at that point was.
Not all of it, surely.
No, it was.
Was it?
It's family heirlooms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mandalorian armor was handed down by generations upon generations.
He's no good to be fed.
Yeah,
'Cause he
you've
won't
got
fit
to
in
watch
his
the
armor
waistline
anymore.
to make sure it fits.
As he blasters them, R3 comes around the corner and shoots his fire extinguisher.
No. Can't see anything if you put bloody smoke everywhere.
You can.
You got a thermal scope, and yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't.
That's fine. You're like me. You just got a little tiny pistol. So
That's true.
obviously,
Right, Rog,
mine's,
you zap him.
Do I get anything for being point blank range? Because I'm literally like right behind him.
That would imply that I'd read the rules and paid attention.
There's a feat called point blank shot.
Yeah,
You've
do you
got
have
that.
point blank? No, you don't have point blank shot.
Probably
You
not.
spent all of your stuff on being able to shoot two guns, so no. But
Oh,
holy cats!
that's 11. Not the best.
Well, you've got the other pistol in the other hand still. You blast him, and he goes off the gantry that he stood on. Ah!
Ah, the Wilhelm scream. Well, there's your signal.
Yeah, I hear that.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah, we're already running in. Yeah.
no, R3 is running in.
I'm ahead of R3. That poor little droid's had enough of a beating.
Go on then, Pete. Take your shot. Who are you shooting? That's the Iktochi out of the picture.
Who can I see?
You can see the Duros. He's the next closest. The
Okay.
human and the Klatooinian appear to be further back.
I don't even know they exist, probably. Right, here we go. Nearest guy. 23 and 17 damage. Move into
Aaron,
cover.
who are you shooting at?
With my movement, can I move into point blank range with the Duros, or is he
Yes,
too far
yes, you
away?
can.
So I move straight up on him and shoot him in the head. $17.
Yeah, that'll hit him.
that's-
Ben's just doing the blaster noises.
That's for shoot. That's for shooting me, you Duros bastard. And rest assured, as soon as you die, I'm taking your gun.
There's comm chatter crackling over their encoded comms, Dan.
Oh, yeah, what are they saying?
It's encoded.
Oh, can R3 not crack that?
No.
Damn it, R3.
Not without a code. Code
Oh, while he's
sender.
fire extinguishing.
Yeah. So actually, because he's a bit damaged, the fire extinguisher doesn't really go off properly, and it creates like a low-level ground mist. And actually, it just looks epic because as it comes out, striding through it is this Sabrak with a sword, looking glorious. Ha ha! Ha ha! And just not actually hitting anybody, just looking amazing as this mist kind of comes up around his feet. It looks epic.
Okay, well,
Just as he's doing that, a body goes.
let's let the other guys have a go. So, seeing you come out with a sword, the Klatooinian leaps down in front of you, brandishing an axe, and takes a swing for you with his vibro axe, which is going to connect, and you will feel this.
Very nice. I wasn't hitting anybody.
No, I know, but you were waving a sword around, and that's a challenge. Everybody knows that.
Damn it! Why is R3 not close enough for me to throw him in front of me?
Again. Here we go. Vibro. Oh!
Are you about to really hurt me?
Well, I don't know.
think
I mean, not based
I
on
think
how
you're
my
gonna
rolls
feel
have
it.
gone. That's 20 points of damage. No, it's not 20 points of damage. He's not as strong. That's 17 points of damage.
Ouch.
As this guy smacks you with his vibro axe.
That's not very nice at all.
He's not a nice man.
All I did was wave a sword around. It's outrageous. Okay, well, yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm a Zabrak. We're pretty tough.
And then, last but not least, Pete, what's your reflex save?
21.
Still a hit. Just a hit, but a hit nonetheless.
With what weapon?
Blaster rifle. It's 3d8. From out of the smoke and the steam, someone hits you with a blaster rifle.
I've got to turn around with my blaster rifle. We can have a blaster rifle off.
A duel of the fates. Ba, ba, ba. Bum, 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 bum. Right, Rog.
Cool. So, where's the nearest one to me?
You can see there's two fighting down on the ground in front of you. One of them is fighting the Zabrak with a vibro axe, a Klartuinian. The Iktochi's just fallen to his death. The Duros is engaged in a close quarters firefight with Aaron and Pete. And then off in the distance, someone with a rifle has just taken a shot.
Okay, I'll jet towards the one with the rifle and start shooting at him.
Take your shots.
Nice.
Oof. I don't have a reroll, unfortunately.
So you shoot him, and it hurts, and he throws his rifle down and puts his hands up and says, "Don't shoot."
Wow.
Double foot drop kick him over the banister.
If he's on the ledge, I would so do that.
So you drop kick him off the ledge.
Don't start a fight you can't finish.
Pete, you hear a scream off in the distance where that shot came from. You see some fire raining down from above, and then there's a scream.
Yellow
according
blast
to your
bolts.
scope,
Doing his job.
some Mandalorian with a jetpack has just drop kicked that guy that you were about to shoot off of a ledge.
So is there someone attacking the Zabrak, did you say?
There is, yes. A Klartuinian with an axe.
You're just gonna leave it on.
But there's also the Duros in
I'm going to
close
look
combat.
over my shoulder at the guy attacking the Zabrak and then look back and shoot the Duros. He'll keep.
This channel needs blaster sounds.
So bad at rolling
Oh.
tonight.
You've still got a reroll, I think.
Yeah, you have. I feel your pain.
Okay. I've got a reroll. Here we go.
Hey, there you go.
17 with 14 points of damage.
The Duros is getting kind of buffeted about. Aaron, you get a shot as well.
All right. Fire off with my holdout pistol again. Shoot him again.
He kind of goes
So
down to his knees with
Say, drop
a
your
smoking
pistol
hole
and
right
crawl
through
away.
the middle of his throat, and his big red eyes just kind of staring at you
I told you not to shoot at me.
as he keels over to one side.
I lean over, pick up his heavy blaster.
Okay, so heavy blaster pistol does 3d8 damage.
Got it.
Dan,
Wow, I feel affronted by this, whatever he is
it's a
attacking
noble
me.
duel. Nobody should be interfering. Everybody
Well,
knows that.
Well, it's not very noble. He come at me with an axe, and we didn't even like tilt and sign for it. Anyway, so gonna definitely.
Where
have
did you
a
go
pop
to
up.
school, old man? This is terribly bad form.
Yes. How dare you attack me? And yeah, so I'm gonna try and like give him a little flourish with me old.
This is where we find out that Dan is actually a goddamn ninja with a fencing vibro blade.
18.
Yeah, I mean, I might have hit, but I definitely didn't do a lot of damage.
You've hit him, but that is quite punk damage. So, you inflict first blood, assuming that he'll withdraw as you score a line across his cheek.
Now, sir, we need to discuss this matter.
He doesn't appear to be withdrawing for some reason.
Oh, yeah, I wonder why.
Clearly nobody's appraised him of the rules. What'd you say your reflex was?
17, so you're gonna hit me.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
Yeah, I'm not exactly equipped for.
That's a further 15 points of damage.
Hanging in there, just.
Does anybody else want to do anything, or are you just going to gather around and watch?
Yeah,
Gonna
no,
watch.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah, I'll shoot.
I was
we're on
told to kill 3 of them and not the Juros. So I'm going to try and kill 3 of them and not the Juros.
That's good. Good discipline right there.
I figure we're on a time crunch, so we got to keep moving. If we accidentally, hit the Zabrak,
Yeah, no one's announced it's a duel.
If they're
so-
all doing that, I'm going to keep an eye out just for anybody else.
Okay.
You know. Five credits to Zabrak goes down. I'll say to Odin.
All right, I'll take that bet. I think I want 2 to
Good.
1 odds. I think that I shoot right past him and hit the guy with the vibro axe. So I'll
Okay.
And suddenly
I-
Mandalorian appears. Is it me
Yeah,
next in initiative?
Yes.
Suddenly the Mandalorian
And Mrs.
Teleporting Mandalorian.
fumbles and just shoots the Zabrak.
Mandalorian the musical.
18,
18 will do the trick. Yes.
21 damage.
Holy cow! And your other gun?
16.
16 doesn't do it.
Oh, I'm going to use a force point.
Yeah.
Damn you! This is my honourable duel.
You're having an
19.
honourable duel, and then a Mandalorian appears behind him and shoots him in the back twice. Aaron?
So I'll take the aim action instead of moving.
This is my fight.
Zabrak's there, like ting 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 ting, and all of a sudden, oh my word!
Critical hit.
This field of fire is just like. You're trying to have a duel in this hail of fire. Pete, take your shot. This guy's like being buffeted around by laser fire.
Is this
from
like the end
Actually-
of Platoon?
all
Actually,
sides.
Since I if I get a critical hit, my fortune favor enacts and I get another standard action, so I shoot him again.
Go on then.
Nice.
You just killed
Yes.
him with like a derringer.
Now I got the heavy pistol now. I picked
okay.
that up. 17.
Hey!
17 is enough to hit him.
So that's 48 points of damage.
This,
Come on,
this,
Pete, get
this
involved.
Klartoinian looks at you in surprise, Dan, as this hail of blaster fire just erupts behind him. He's kind of holding his axe.
Is he wobbling? Is what I'm gonna. Zabrak's just gonna walk up to him and go.
Needless
He
to
explodes.
say, he goes down. Tink, tink. And his axe sticks in the ground a little bit before he releases the control that stops the vibration.
I like to think that Odin has taped his holdout blaster to the side of the heavy blaster. And that's...
Like a shit version of Alien.
yeah.
I turn to Ancake and I go, I think the bet's
I-
off because the Mandalorian got in the middle of it. So
No. I pay up. Here you go.
all right, I'll take
Chuck
it.
him the creds.
Now let's get the hell out of here before somebody else ambushes us. Hey, by the way, why were they after you?
I think they were just throwing you off the scent, trying to confuse people.
Hey, none of my business.
They're
None
not
of
after
my
me.
business.
They're
Must have been
after.
that.
Sure.
I'm sorry for
Absolutely.
the trouble that you've all gone through on my behalf.
On your behalf is his behalf, and I point at the Rhodian.
Don't care who they're after. They did.
Yeah, we got paid to get you from point A to point B, and we're still on the job, so that's fine.
Well,
Let's just
nearly
move
there.
out.
I
I'll
can
say
see-
to her, "Who are you?" Oh, yeah. Let's go. As far as Ankak's concerned, there's a passage off world through that way, and he's wanting to go on it.
Can Kido steal the med pack off of the Jedi? He might need to treat some wounds.
No, but if you want to search the bodies, you will find. You've got a med pack,
Have I got a med pack?
haven't you?
Oh yeah, I do.
Can
I
I?
don't
And also,
take
if
the
you're
vibro axe?
Yeah.
if you're under half your hit points, you can take a second wind and get a quarter of your hit points back as a swift action.
I tell you
Oh,
what, the
without
number
doing
of
anything.
times that
Oh, I'll do that.
that second wind action saved the hands of the Jedi in the game that I ran, that the all Jedi game that I ran. The number of times I came this close to taking a hand, and then one of them went, "Oh wait, don't we have second winds?" I was like, "Ah, I just want to cut your hand off."
Can I take
a
a second wind?
Yes,
I
you can
got-
take a second wind.
I got 27 on treat injury.
Wow, that's pretty good.
It's a very good skill. I'm actually a skill I'm good at.
Yeah.
I actually have a skill that I'm good at. And that's one of them. So
So
how
you
many
patch
points?
yourself back up. So yeah, you can have 7 hit points back for that.
Yay!
And if you take your second wind, then you get your quarter of your hit points back.
Oh yeah, I'll do that too. Yay!
Egg will just put second hand wind. No, I don't want to take second hand wind, thanks.
Right, let's get moving.
So you're definitely right there. You're on the outskirts of the sort of
Oh, we left you behind while you were bandaging
Ground
yourself
level.
up.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
metal processing plant. This looks to be a really industrial area where stuff gets dropped off from orbit. Cargo ships are coming in. They're bringing raw ore, raw materials. They're being dumped down here where poor people are working them into materials. Basically, they're building Star Destroyers down here, but they're doing the metal fabrication here. They're not doing the shipbuilding. That's all done further away. Down here, they're doing fabrication of the big plates of metal that get turned into them. And so you can see this huge industrial plant with hundreds of workers just everywhere. I would like you to make a perception check to see if you can see what you can see.
Oh.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my reroll on that one.
Nope.
I'm going to re-roll that as well because I've
Yep.
got that ability.
Not great.
21.
But better.
That's
Well,
better.
that was me going nope, nope, nope. And then it's actually yep. So Dan and Aaron and Pete, you guys all spot a Kubaz agent. One of the little trunked and goggled guys that is in episode 4, A New Hope. Speaking into a communicator. So you're not sure what language he's speaking, but he reports on your arrival. You notice him as you're coming in.
I look back at the Mandalorian and I go, "Oh, that's not going to be good. I think we need to move and move fast. I don't want to get caught out in the open here."
What language is he speaking?
Not one of the ones that you speak, unfortunately.
And is he doing that like as part of a facility to say they've arrived, come and greet them and welcome them to the ship,
Kubaz
or
is
is it a
like
guy
quite
in the
often
shadows who's going, "Oh, they're
creepy
they're here."
Imperial agents reporting.
Can I shoot him?
Yeah, sure.
I've had enough of these assholes. Oh,
So it's not a lot of damage, but you blast him and he runs away into the crowds.
It's a nice shot.
The
Yes,
crowd is a little bit freaked out by the fact that
As I
somebody
say-
just rucked up and started shooting into them.
Nice way to draw attention to us.
And you guys are all tooled up for a bit of a ruck at this point. You've got vibro axes and blaster rifles and a Mandalorian.
a Mandalorian there. It's like,
Well, they knew we were coming anyway, so let's just see if
Yeah.
we can get through here before they actually close the jaws on this trap.
Let's move quickly.
Better
go.
yet, here's the plan. You three distract them, and I'll get the lovely, friendly person to the ship. You guys provide distraction, make them think we're going a different direction.
no
I
chance.
think at this point, Odon has already grabbed a hold of the Jedi, looked over at Vovoa, and said, "You're out of your fucking mind, buddy." And he's moving.
Well, you guys are drawing
Yeah.
attention to us, just
See,
saying.
you
You're
could see
saying
the
that. You're
landing
saying that
pad.
standing there as we're all running off towards the ship.
You can see the landing pad from where you are, off on the far side of this refinery. Loads of ships on there. Many of them are having sort of raw metal ingots unloaded from their cargo bays. Some of them it's even just raw ore. They haven't even had time to process it before having everything brought down. And as you start to approach, a couple of formerly Republic troop carriers appear overhead and start to swoop in. What do you want to do?
Mandalorian.
I lean over at Sebi and I go, "Doesn't matter what happens. Run as fast as you can to that ship, and if we're not behind you, take off."
Guys, don't worry about it. Let me talk to them.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Vovoa. You talk to them. We'll keep heading towards the ship.
Who are you going to talk to, Dan? Because there's a couple of different. You've got the workers, you've got management, and then you've got these Republic troops. Clone
The Republic
troopers.
troops.
Okay.
Clone troopers. Is there a captain? I'm guessing there's going to be a captain or a
Yeah,
sergeant.
there's the Republic troops coming in for. Are you heading directly for the drop ships?
Yeah, I'm going to go talk to them. Basically, I'm trying to buy these guys time.
Okay.
Actually, is what I'm trying to do.
So the rest of you, what are you going to do?
Getting the Jedi and
Yeah, head
rushing
towards the
towards
ship.
the ship.
Pete?
Is there another ship that I could steal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ship that's an old one, a freighter, not
Sure.
particularly graceful. They've just started offloading ore from it. The captain and the first mate are off the ship. The first mate's kind of disinterestedly watching the unloading, and the captain's just walking off, arguing with a vendor.
Okay. I will run for that ship.
Okay, do you want to run for it,
before
or
I
do you
go,
want
I'll
to
say,
sneak on board?
Odin, I'll give you a proper distraction, and
Thanks,
I'll run
man.
for that ship.
Do you
Okay,
have,
so
do I
that-
have any
that's a run.
explosives?
No, sorry, Ben.
I was saying, do you want to sneak on, or are you just going to like balls to the wall,
How
run in
do I
and press
think? Is it
buttons?
the size of the ship? Could I be up the gang ramp and into the cockpit, or will I need to stealth?
You could do it.
I'll try and stealth it. Let's
Okay.
try and stealth it. Here we
You
go.
might as well try and stealth it.
Might as well try. And a force point. 18.
Yeah, the first mate's
I've
not
been
really
rubbish tonight.
paying much attention. Let's roll his perception against you. Like I said, not really paying much attention.
However, the Zabrak.
You creep up the gangplank and into the ship. It's a small cargo hauler, so it's a tiny little cockpit, a really small, quite cramped living quarters, and then most of it is space for just ore containers. It's the kind where you've got bolt-on containers that you could just eject the whole container if you need to.
Oh, and there's some still attached.
Yes,
Is
there
it still
are.
attached?
Because at the minute they're
Okay.
not ejecting the containers, they're unloading them. So they're going to each
Wow.
container and opening them up and collecting the ore. If
Yeah,
you eject the containers, it will be a lot more manoeuvrable.
I might eject them later. Okay. I'll get on the little comms of the ship to the back door and say, stand clear, and just take off.
Right, make a pilot check to get up in the air. Aaron and Rog, if you guys could make a stealth check for me. Oh,
29.
Look at that. You don't so much take off as you flick the controls and flip this thing up into the air.
Okay.
I will use another force point to enact my Fool's Luck to give me a +5 to my skill check.
Ooh.
And get a 28 on my stealth.
The two of you hunker down and smuggle the Jedi past everything that's going on. Dan.
Oh, Sergeant! Thank God you're here. I've trying to communicate. Thank the Emperor you're here. The Empire is in desperate need of you now. There's a Jedi on that ship, and I point at the one that the Rhodian just got on.
A Jedi? There should be no Jedi left on world. Thanks for reporting us.
No problem. They're getting away now. They're trying to smuggle them off planet. They're in that ship there. I suggest you destroy it immediately. And I'm going to give it a persuasion roll.
The ship is heading towards them.
Please do make a persuasion. Is that persuasion? Is it deception?
As he points at my ship,
I'm good at either.
It's flying towards him.
Well, take your pick, Dan. There's deception, I think. Actually, look at that. Target that ship. Get them out of the sky.
Can I drop the ore pods on the transport ships?
Yes, you can.
That was the idea. And then rocket
you
off.
actually have the vehicular combat.
I do.
Feat, don't you?
I don't know what I'm doing with it though.
So make a base attack roll.
Okay.
To try and basically it means you can lean out of windows and shoot things whilst driving along. Was my original mental image of it. But it's appropriate here as well.
How do I roll base attack?
Is there not a thing? There
It's
is not a
grapple.
thing. Yeah, I suppose you could just roll your grapple.
That'll be strength based.
But change the mod to dex.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Dex. Here we go. If anyone wants to give me a re-roll,
Don't do it.
I've got one last force point.
You've already got one.
Oh, have I?
Yeah, you have.
Yeah,
Actually.
look, excellent. Thank you, Sharadell. Here we go.
Oh!
23.
Look at that. So as you swing it round, you release one of the ore pods and it bounces across the landing platform. The clone troopers leap out of the way of it and it rolls into one of the troop transports and crushes it.
Does it hit 5-hour? It just bounces over Vovoa. Like, yeah.
And then right onto R3. Damn.
R3 was just in front of where it hit the ground. R3!
Don't make me the villain of the piece.
They're getting away. Give chase. Call for support.
Okay, then I'm just going to turn the ship to point at the sky and punch it as hard as I can.
You punch it into the sky. You blast upwards out of the industrial area. Traffic immediately starts whizzing past you. You've got some law enforcement vehicles trying to give chase. They can't climb anywhere near as high as you. Make another pilot check to see if you can get away from all of the chase and pursuit that you're undergoing.
Can I get a hyperspace?
In atmosphere? You absolutely can.
Just press it and press it again, and then see what happens.
Yeah, just do a skip jump here.
Yeah. Okay, let's do a pilot roll. Here we
are
go.
you skip
I've got a
jumping, or are
reroll.
you just trying to avoid?
First, I'm going to try and avoid because
Okay.
I'm trying to get clear. But then, if I get past the skyscrapers and starting to see stars, I might just be like, "Sod it." Right, here we go. 26.
Right, so you're shaking pursuit. Hang on, how does pursuit do?
If need be,
Not
I might
well
roll
enough.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, they're trying to pursue you. You've got a couple of starfighters now coming in as well and trying to keep up with you. You've still got a few ore pods left.
Oh, off they go. Off they go.
So you eject the remaining ore pods. Go on, make a pilot check and do not stuff it up. You're looking for at least a 25 for a skip jump.
Ooh.
If you get
Okay.
30, you'll get past the
Can I
planetary
do?
shield.
Okay. If I what?
If you get a 30, you'll get past the planetary shield.
Ooh. Right, here we go. I might have to use a force point, but let's give it a go. I've got a reroll. It's not going to be good.
Oh!
Crash and burn. Crash and burn.
The
There is
Rodian
an
explodes.
explosion in the upper atmosphere as the Rodian spreads himself all over the inside of the planetary shield. Flaming wreckage plummets down. His noble sacrifice will not be forgotten.
Ah, the Jedi's dead.
I turn to the Mandalorian and I go, Tamir, looks like we're splitting this hull 2 ways.
The Togruta pilot who's waiting for you is like, is this the cargo?
This is the
let's
cargo.
Right,
Let's get out of here.
While
Flying
you say that,
casual.
As you say that, the Zabrak just walks out of nowhere. Well,
Oh,
got
no, you're
distracted
still
then.
talking to the
Yeah,
Oh, am
no,
I?
you're
Oh,
still there.
fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, as soon as we're on board, it would have been get us out.
Right.
To the Gruta.
Go.
So the captain takes off. Plixie's Hauer takes off in her little now empty ship and flies you off at an oblique angle, trying to keep low on the planet through some of the buildings to lead through a different exit to the one that's now sealed directly above you. Dan, meanwhile, you and R3 are stood there with these clone troopers. Citizen, what are you doing around here?
It's a very good question.
Now's your time to bluff it out, Dan. You can sell this.
I don't think I can, 'cause I didn't prepare a story. Basically, there was a group of people that I saw, and it looked like they were escorting
Another Jedi.
a person, and when they were walking around, I saw the classic, the laser swords that the bad guys use, the ones
Yeah,
who try
those
to...
are highly illegal. You saw it.
Exactly.
You're sure you saw a laser sword?
Absolutely, and it got on that ship that exploded. But
Do you have any of your papers with you, sir?
I most certainly do. I'm a noble. I'm definitely carrying my papers.
Yeah. Okay. He scans your papers. He's like, right. I can see that you're a senatorial attaché. Thank you for your service, sir.
I know, my pleasure for the Empire.
Can we get you a lift back to somewhere safer? This isn't a safe place.
Please, if you wouldn't mind, this has all been a bit... I did my part for the Empire, and I wanted to make sure that we didn't get any more of those Jedi traitors escaping from Coruscant.
I'll see to it that your service is reported for us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your service.
So the clone troopers give you a lift back up to the upper levels. Your R3 unit looks like he's seen a tough time.
Yes, yeah, he fell over. They don't make them like they used to, but I'll get him fixed. It's not a problem.
The R1s aren't much cop, but the R3s, that's a serious bit of kit.
Well,
Do you have one of those space yachts or a capital ship or something?
No, I like to have, because when you're important and you like to go into a room, you like your equipment to look like it belongs in the room as well.
Naturally so, sir, as you say. Right, we'll drop you here then, and he drops you off, not at the Senate, but a short taxi ride away.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure talking to all of you. And again, can't thank you enough for your service to the Empire.
Meanwhile, Aaron and Roger...
Odin turns to Tamir. He's like, this could be the beginning of a very profitable partnership.
It's Fafford and the Grey Mouser in space. It's not over yet, says the Togruta captain. One of you get up here and talk to traffic control.
I'll
right.
just look straight at Aaron.
I got this, Tamir. Here, I go up.
This is Coruscant traffic control.
Uh,
Your ship
evening.
is not due to depart for another 47 minutes. Please state the need for your urgency.
There was a disruption in the ore processing plant. Apparently, there was a Jedi attempting to escape clone troopers deployed on site and requested that we take off to clear the battlefield.
Can you make a deception check, please, Aaron?
$32. This is what he's built for.
And this is why you're doing the talking.
Your service for the Empire is noted. You have clearance to depart through secondary access gate in the planetary shield.
Thank you. For the Emperor.
For the Emperor.
I turn it like, God. Click it off. I'm like, those sons of bitches. I think we're good to go.
Where to? Says Togruta. I'm told to take the girl to Alderaan, the long way. Are you coming?
To Mustafar.
Or do you need me to drop you off.
No, I think we'll tag along to Alderaan. We're owed some credits, and then we'll make our decisions once we get there.
Sure. Well, get comfortable. It's a bit cramped, but
It's better than the cesspool we just left.
And then the camera pans out of the ship as it makes the jump into hyperspace, heading off away from Coruscant.
Yay!
And there we go. We come to the end of our little story. You successfully evacuated.
It doesn't cut to her pulling out a red-bladed lightsaber in the back of the
Executing
transport.
The final cut is her unwrapping the larger of the two sabers that she's got, leather-wrapped hilt, and igniting it in the ship. And a yellow blade springs forth.
Ah, nice.
And she
Sentinel.
got her Jedi robe back on. She takes a deep breath and sheaths the blade again. And then the credits start to roll.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank
That
you
was a
very
lot of
much, everybody, for joining us this evening for our Star Wars Saga Edition one-shot of Flight of the Jedi. That actually leaves open plenty of little threads for developing potential future games, but also it exists as its own perfectly separate little standalone. So, again, thanks very much for coming along and joining us. For the rest of this week, we have got tomorrow.
Before tomorrow.
Tonight.
Yeah.
I always
An
forget.
hour and a
tonight.
half.
Aaron, you can tell us about tonight. 'cause you're
So
there.
tonight, you'll be venturing into D&D 5th edition territory with Skull Kano Island, run by Matt, where you'll see some tier 3 level 12 D&D characters fighting kaiju over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's going to be
And it's
awesome.
also the launch event for Garblag North America. As
Yes.
Pete's media empire grows and spreads.
Next stop, Asia.
Yep.
Rog, tomorrow.
So tomorrow we have Once Upon a Time in the Old World, our new Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition show, where you will see what shenanigans the party get up to after their drunken night out.
Pete, what are we doing on Thursday? I've kind
We
of
are
lost
doing
track. Oh, no, we are doing that, aren't we?
Age of Sigmar Soulbound, Faltering Light, episode 2 of 3, I think. We'll see.
Episode 2 of some.
Of question mark.
Yeah.
And our party has ventured into the Undercity beneath Brightspear, looking for the soul caskets with which they will power the Realm Gate. And their guide is taking them on their first foray into the Zinch twisted tunnels of the Undercity. So should be fun.
Excellent. And then Friday, we've got Those Dark Places, some grimy industrial sci-fi horror from Jonathan Mark Hicks. So tune in for that. It's going to be a couple of little one-shots, standalones for the month of May, some industrial horror sci-fi. So come along and see what's going on there. Assuming, of course, that I have players by then.
Yes.
Players, pay attention.
People are asking what time the D&D thing is. Skullcano Island.
That starts at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time in the U.S., 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So that's like, I don't know, 3 a.m. your time.
Okay.
Bright and early.
And how many hours is that for you, Aaron?
It's only a 2-hour difference for me. So I'll be starting at 7 tonight. So that's
it's
in
3 hours away.
3 hours and 15
3
minutes.
hours.
3 hours,
Okay.
15 minutes.
Cool. There you go.
Okay, well, thank you very much, one and all. I've just remembered that I'm actually running the stream, so sitting there waiting for it to be switched off for me, but that's not going to happen because I'm the one to switch it off. So thank you very much for joining us. We will see you in the rest of the week, and otherwise, good night.
Night.
Bye.